Hello YouTubers, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing good and are also excited about spring as I am. And it's so good to see the sun and just feel warm again after this traumatic winter. So now today I promised people that I'll be dealing with a topic that says loopholes in marriage that may lead to cheating. Exciting, eh? I hope you guys will enjoy the topic. And I've got my special guest here with me, my lovely husband. You know how much I love him, and I always get excited when he's here. And he's here with me today. His name is Patrick, you all know him, and aka Reverend Patrick. Please greet my viewers.
Thank you very much, madam. Hello, YouTubers. I greet you all, guys. I hope you are doing well. It's a new day. It's spring. God bless.
Thank you so much, honey. I think my followers love you as well.
Thank you.
So today, I promised people that I'll be dealing with this topic. In fact, we will be dealing with it. So now, when I was thinking about it, I thought of you first because you obviously my role model, if I may put it that way. And yeah, 14 years in marriage.
Yeah, 14 years.
21 years in ministry.
21 years in ministry, yes.
And also as a marriage counselor.
Yes.
So that is why I thought of you, and I was like, no one else is relevant besides you that I can think of to actually address this topic. Because I've realized that there's a lot of cheating in marriages, and being a divorce lawyer myself, I've experienced it time and again, that a lot of divorces are being caused by this one reason, which is cheating, the extramarital affairs. So now I thought to myself, I should just do a video on it and just talking about loopholes, because cheating doesn't just exist. It doesn't just become.
Very true.
There's loopholes that lead to it. Then if we're gonna check the loopholes and try to close them before things get messed up, and then we'll obviously, because I don't think we can do miracles, but obviously we can try to decrease the stats, the divorce stats, not only to Christians, but to all married couples, because marriage is a godly institute, I believe.
Yeah, very true.
So I thought to myself, with your experience, with your expertise and everything, please come and help us on this video. So now, I want you to share with us, what can you share with us? What are the loopholes that actually lead to cheating in marriages?
All right, thank you, madam. Guys, I think I've listed at least 8, but I'm gonna try to cut it maybe into 5. You see, because it's not just one thing that leads to cheating in marriage. Therefore, if I can just give you the pointers, if you can just look at these things and then deliberate on them, and then we can have what we call prevention. And the prevention is better than cure.
Exactly.
All right, number 1, because there are many, I'm just gonna pick 1 or 2.
Okay.
The first thing, it's getting used to each other too much, to a point of taking each other for granted.
Okay.
You see, because you know what, when you firstly get married, you are so excited, you are just living in your own world and all that. But when the time goes on, you get to be so much familiar with each other to a point that you tend to take each other for granted.
Okay.
The things that you used to do before that kept the spark, they vanish due to the years or due to the time that you've been to each other. Okay. And then you become very familiar. And the next minute you become very cold towards each other because you are used. You see, just like if you buy a shoe or a dress or whatever, you are excited about it, but when the time goes by,
I know,
you get used to it, and then you become very cold towards it.
Exactly.
Same thing with the couples. When you get used to each other, you're gonna get familiar, and then you get cold, and then the problem will start.
Okay.
Number 2, inflexibility. Yeah, you know, you come to marriage and you're all vibrant, you all whatever, and then when the time goes on again, you become very inflexible. You become stiff. You see, you don't want to explore anymore. You don't want to be adventurous anymore. You don't want to just to explore new avenues. Or some of the people, they will feel like, I have arrived, therefore I need to tone down a bit and just be a straight man. I'm a married man, then I can't be youthful anymore. I can't be young anymore. I can't just go out and try to see what can we do as a couple, you see.
What's the temptation? What causes that?
I think people, they get trapped with what we call a maturity. They said we are mature enough, therefore there's no need to be playing around. Let's just focus on other things. And I should believe that even the things that erupt from marriages, like responsibilities, and you shift your focus now and focus on the responsibilities in the marriage and literally neglect your spouse. Can I make an example? You feel like you have a car, you have a house, and you have everything that you need to have as a married couple. You shift your focus now towards such things, out to a point that you forget that you did not marry a car, you didn't marry a house, you married a human being. You see, and then you just put all your energies on that. You feel like it's okay if I take care of the bills, it's okay if I do one or two things that I'm supposed to do as a married man or a married woman. But in the expense of forgetting your own spouse, the next minute you become stiff. You don't want to play. You don't want to be adventurous anymore. And then when there is no adventure, I can promise you,
I know,
coldness is going to come. And then the next minute, maybe one of you will look for something chilly outside. Some playing outside. Knowing that I'm not going to live here. You see, I'm here, but this is a bit boring. Because it's just, it's very monotonous. You just, I will take care of the bills, I will do this. No more flexibility at all. People are just stiff in marriages. And the next minute, you open a door.
That's a tricky one right there. Knowing that I won't leave the marriage, but I will try to check there and there and there, but still, I'll be in the marriage. I'll keep the principle. That's tricky.
Very tricky, very tricky. Because as I'm saying, because now you have more responsibilities, you don't want to be adventurous. Maybe some will say, I have children to take care of, therefore I don't have to be playing around and be wasting money, trying to take you out and spoil you and just try other things that we have not tried before. Or repeat the nice things that we used to do when we first got married. You see, the honeymoon stage. That's where you're very adventurous, you do a lot of things. But as the time goes by, you get to be very comfortable with the normal. I take care of the bills, I do that. No more playing anymore. No more adventure anymore. You are so comfortable. Hence, I'm saying, then one of you just, okay, let me go out and have some chili outside and then come back to the marriage, because here, there's no flexibility anymore, but outside, no strings attached. I would just play around and then come back to marriage. It's not a problem. And then that opens a very big door for cheating.
That's bad.
Inflexibility.
Okay.
All right, number 3. Failing to meet uncommunicated expectations.
Aish.
That one is a very big door for cheating.
Yeah.
Now, if you are expecting something from me and you don't communicate it, and then if I fail to meet that uncommunicated expectation, the next minute you think that I'm somewhere I was supposed to know. You see, you prepare this and you prepare that, and then I fail. Or you expect this and you expect that, and I fail to meet your expectation because they are not communicated. The next minute you will look at me as some way, or I will look at you some way, and what happens is this: you feel like maybe somebody outside will meet my expectations, forgetting that you did not communicate your expectations. You see.
Yeah, I think what the problem with the uncommunicated expectations is assumptions. It's easy in marriage to just assume that this person is just like me. So if I feel like I could do this, then obviously you should feel the same. You should know that when I do this, I want this and that in response. And then unfortunately I don't get that, because unfortunately you're not me. You don't think like me. You do not even wish that if somebody does that to you, you want that in return, as I do. So now those assumptions, they kill the marriage.
Very true. It's actually a big deception to think that the person, because you are married, because the person loves you, the person will automatically know what you're expecting from that person.
I know. I remember something even with us. The experience is that for me, I like to be rubbed on my back a lot. Like I have back aches all the time. So now I enjoy it. And then now I would do the same to him, expecting that he would greatly enjoy that and appreciate me for that, the back rub and whatnot. Unfortunately, he doesn't feel like me. He has other parts that he wants them to be rubbed.
Very true. Very true. No, as I'm saying, it's a big deception. You see, well, this is what makes you feel good.
Yeah.
And you expect me just to just go with the flow, only to find out that I have a different feel altogether. It's an opposite. As I'm saying, failing to meet uncommunicated expectation, it becomes a very big loophole for cheating, because you will think that actually you get angry when the person does not come to you to play. You see, does not even meet that expectation. The next minute you feel like maybe if I go outside, this one, my friend or whatsoever, will actually meet or come to play.
Yeah.
Only to find out that you have just opened a very big door for cheating.
And there's opportunists out there.
And it's like opportunities they can smell. Like they know they are prey.
Yeah.
Yeah. They know, they see the signs.
Exactly.
This one needs this and
Next
this one.
this.
Yes. And then the next minute they attack. As I'm saying, failing to meet uncommunicated expectation becomes a very big loophole.
Okay.
All right. I think number 4, it's constant agreements. Constant disagreements that seem to be unresolved no matter what.
Okay.
Constant disagreements that seem to be unresolved no matter what. You are always fighting, and then it seems like you do not have some solutions.
You always disagree.
You always disagree and
always agree to disagree.
Nje. Ubona ukuthi I go to reach a common ground. It's always disagreement, and it seems like these things are just perpetual. They will never be resolved, no matter what. Hence, other people, they even believe that maybe we are no match. Maybe we just became very emotional about it. We are actually not a match. We don't complement each other. We are strangers. We are opposites. You see, I'm shocked that I've discovered later that there's nothing that we can agree on. You see, then such disagreements, they can lead to that opportunity or to that loophole that you become a cheater. Because I love the person, I don't want to divorce. It's just that it's unbearable to stay with the person.
We don't agree with them.
We don't agree. I mean, on the smallest things, we just don't agree. Therefore, let me keep the person, because I don't want to divorce. I love the person. But I can have whatever a communication with somebody else who can understand. You see, not an opposer.
Hey, honey, don't you think pride has to do with this?
I think so.
Because if you always, if I always want to be right and you always want to be right, no one wants to go down. I must always be right and you must always be right. It's an everyday thing. No one wants to go down. No one wants to compromise. I want my egg done this way and no other way. And you want it done that way, and we're never gonna agree on anything. Then that causes it.
It is. Yeah. It's serious pride, and then when there's love, there must be humility.
Exactly.
You see, even if you think that you are right, for love's sake, we should really agree. I'm not saying just be a flowy type of a person. Yes, no, we're not saying that, but we're saying if you totally agree, I mean, each and every time disagree, each and every time you have a conversation or whatever, that can lead you to think that maybe this person is not compatible, or we are not compatible. Therefore, I shall keep my love here, but if I want to bring something that has to do with communication and everything, then I need to go outside. And then out of that, you get to cheating.
With the people you find comfort in.
Yes, because this one understands you very well. But your spouse seems to be very far from understanding you. I mean, you can see the years are going, but you are disagreeing every time. You never reach any common ground.
So be careful of the people that appear to be understanding you more than your spouse.
Very true.
All the time, they always an ear. They always want to hear what you want to say, what they want to understand you. They want to lend a shoulder to cry on all the time.
They always, I understand. I understand you. You don't want to cheat. It's just that the person understands, and everybody that understands you, your heart, you find your heart now getting attached with the person. The next minute you're gone.
Yeah.
You have cheated. You see. Hence, I'm saying, constant disagreements that seem not to be resolved. Then they, no matter what you do,
It's a loophole.
it's a serious loophole. Therefore, try to understand each other and agree on something. But as you said, pride now is the cause of the whole thing. There's no humility at all. Because you always want to be heard. You always want to be received as a person that has the truth. While also on my side, I also want to be known as that type of a person. Sometimes you just have to be humble enough, just agree and move on for love's sake. All right, number 5.
Okay.
It's believing that your spouse will never leave you. Believing that your spouse will never leave you. Therefore, there's no need to step up your game as spousal duties are concerned.
That's a tough one.
Yeah. Believing that your spouse, this one will never leave me. Therefore, I just have to relax.
It's stuck with me.
Yeah, I don't have to step up my game as spousal duties are concerned.
Okay.
You see. Yeah, because that deception clouds many married couples. He said, no, he got married to me, therefore you will not leave me. He loved me so much.
He chose me.
He chose me among many girls or among many men. And then he will never leave. Therefore, I don't have to step up my game. I don't have to do anything. I'm here to relax.
Yeah.
There are some of the people that just drop their guards.
Yeah. Because as you mentioned that, honey, I think you do that unconsciously. Yeah, you don't intentionally or consciously do that. That you don't just decide that you're not gonna up your game. You just flow and just go low and low and low and low and low without even realizing that you are denting your marriage. You are actually causing a loophole there and there, because you don't just decide that okay, my husband loves nice hair. You don't just decide that I'm not gonna invest on my hair anymore like I used to do. I'm not gonna look all good. I'm just gonna be on my morning shoes and my gown all day. You don't just decide. It's things that you do that like automatically without even knowing that you're doing it. And if the other one doesn't say anything, unfortunately, that's a loophole.
No, you tell me about it. But I'm just saying, it's when you lower your standards and you are convinced this man will not leave or this woman will not leave. Because it's not like it's only women who do that. Even men, they just, no, she loves me. Then I don't have to up my game at all. I just have to relax because this person is here for good. And it's a big deception. That is why when people separate and people cheat, people are so amazed. They love each other. What is the problem? It's just that one of you got trapped to think that this man is never leaving or this woman is never leaving, and I don't have to up my game every day, because marriage is like an everyday work. You just have to wake up in the morning and up your game, up your standard. It's not a burden. It's something that it's what we call responsibility.
Okay.
You want to keep your marriage fresh. You want to keep your marriage moving by upping your stakes.
Okay.
You see. Now, if you fall into the temptation of thinking that this person is never leaving, before you know it, the person is cheating. Because you have lowered the standard. As I always say, in the beginning, everybody is excited. Everybody is here to impress. You see, even in courtship, you even try to be seen as this perfect type of a space. You see, in honeymoon state, it's the same thing. You want to up your game. You wake up and brush your teeth. You do this. You put on a cologne or you put on a perfume and whatnot. You always want to up your game. You do your hair. You do whatever. You always keep yourself clean. But when the time goes on, you get used to it to a point that you lower the standard. Because you are convinced that 5 years or 10 years in marriage, you think the person is here for good. People even in 30 years, they cheat. Yeah, at a point, cheating was going to come. They cheat and then it leads to divorce. Because most cases, one of you, they will lower the standard. Because thinking that now is never going. He will never cheat. The person loves me so much. And then, as you said, you wake up with your gown and you wear it the whole day. You don't bath, you don't do this, you don't do that. you've just lowered the standard. Or you don't serve your man the way you used to serve him, same as the woman. Yeah, you don't serve. You don't up your game. But marriage is work. You do it every day. You up the stakes to keep your marriage fresh.
Wow.
Wow. Maybe I should give the last one.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, I think I should give the last one for the next video.
Okay.
All right. It's failing to work hard as a man to provide. Failing to work hard as a man to provide can cause cheating. Sometimes with the intent to help, especially from the woman's side. If your man is failing to work hard to provide, I've said it time and again. You see, I've been doing counseling over 15 years now. Yeah, that one I can guarantee. Some of the cheatings, they come from this. Yeah. When a man fails to work hard to provide for the wife, you know what? From the wife's side, she can cheat to try to assist here at home. And you can't even believe that thing happens. You find that the woman goes out.
Oh my word.
And then meets somebody who can give money. And then in her mind, she tells herself that if I get the money from this man, I will come and support my family. I'm doing it for my marriage. It's not like I want to sleep with another man. I just want to cheat. I just want to save my marriage because I see that my man is not upping his game. He's not really providing in the house. Someone should. I take responsibility. I don't want to leave my man, but I'm dying here of starvation, and my husband is not willing to work hard to provide for this family. You see, and then therefore the loophole comes. The woman cheats. From the man's side, as he has failed to work hard to provide for the wife. If now he is constantly reminded that you are a failure in this house, the man can cheat.
Okay.
Yeah. He has failed first to provide for you, and then you go out as a wife trying to solicit some money somewhere to save the marriage. But at the same time, even the man, when you keep on reminding him that you are a failure. Some of us, we just go out where I can be respected. Hence, some people say, yes, I'm not working, no problem. I don't have anything to provide for this family, but I'm still a man. Then if you tell with my ego, because I can't provide, then they go out where they are respected. Then it becomes a loophole. They're not going to leave you as the wife. They're just going to cheat. They get respect somewhere and they cheat on you. Now, those things, they become serious loopholes. Therefore, if we take care of such things, we can prevent cheating in our marriages.
Wow.
Thank you.
If we take care of such things, we can prevent cheating in our marriages. That was a good one. Thank you so much, honey. Thank you. And I'm going to obviously call you again because you did not finish.
No,
I know.
definitely.
He's too much loaded. I know, by God's grace. So thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to like my video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, to share with people. This is very important information. As tag your married couple, friends, tag your family, tag everyone that you feel like they should know all these things, because these things happen and we deal with them every day of our lives. Thank you so much. It's a serious thing, and we're gonna have another part 2, in fact, of this. Thank you so much. May God bless you. Say goodbye to my listeners, honey.
Thank you very much for listening to us and watching. We believe that these nuggets will actually help and to salvage whatever that you might have lost in your marriage, and possibly prevent cheating in your marriages. God bless. Thank you very much.
God bless you. We love you. Cheers.
Cheers. See you in part 2. Thank you.